Nope. Race has nothing to do with narcissistic abuse. Anybody who is looking for love is easy to fool for a narcissist, easy to manipulate. Anybody who's in a vulnerable state, coming out of an abusive relationship, is easy to manipulate, easy to fool. Anybody who was in high school and didn't have a lot of relationship experience, or college, didn't have a lot of relationship experience, is easy to fool. If this is your first real relationship, you're easy to fool. Narcissistic abuse, the narcissistic personality disorder and abuse that comes along with it, there's no race associated with it. There's no ethnicity associated with it. There's nothing behind it. No gender associated with narcissistic abuse. It comes from everywhere. It can come from anywhere. Anybody on this planet could be easy to fool. Anybody who doesn't know how to put up boundaries is easy to fool and manipulate. If you have a problem saying no to people, you are easy to fool and manipulate. Doesn't matter what race you are, man or woman. But being a narcissist that I am, I see stuff like this. I feel like it's a challenge to me. Like, people think I can't pull, I can only pull white women. And it just blows my mind. Like, what is going on, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of A Narcissist Explains. I'm your favorite self-aware narcissist, Mr. Lee Hammock, better known as Mental Healness from TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. You know where to find me at. If this is your first time seeing my face, I'm a diagnosed narcissist. I use my platform to raise awareness for narcissistic personality disorder, get more people into therapy like myself, and also validate the victims and survivors of said disorder. Today's episode is going to be about race and narcissism. I see this a lot, y'all. I've been getting a bunch of comments in my comment section because, you know, my wife is a white woman. So people immediately like jump in my comment section or just like, oh, I knew she was white. Only white women deal with narcissists and things. Like, literally, this is not me making this up. This is not me being a colorist or disparaging black women. I love black women. My son's mom is a black woman. I love black women. My mom is a black woman. Yeah, we're not doing this. I'm not going to, this is not one of those, my friend, it's black situations. I love black women. I love black people. But narcissistic personality disorder and the abuse that comes with it is not a racial thing. It's not a racist thing. Black women deal with narcissistic abuse as well. So many people in my comment section, when I'm doing my one-on-ones over Zoom, I talk to so many women of different ethnicities and nationalities and from all over the world. Black women, white women, you know, indigenous women, like literally y'all, all over the world, all different countries. I need to keep up with how many countries I've spoken to, but like, it is crazy. Like, narcissistic personality disorder and the abuse that comes with it, there's no racial component into it. If you are a human being, you could be a victim of narcissistic abuse. No matter what ethnicity you are, no matter what gender you are, no matter what race, religion, whatever you are, wherever you come from, you could be a victim of narcissistic abuse. I think when people come in my comment section saying that, oh, your wife is a white woman, no wonder this is all happening, no wonder she puts up with your stuff. When people do that, I really truly feel like it invalidates other people going through that similar thing. They make it seem like black women or Latino women or indigenous women, any kind of woman of color, is immune to that. Like, they're not going through that type of stuff. Like, they don't stay there and put up with it or deal with that type of stuff. Or any race of men don't deal with that type of stuff. I feel like it blows my mind when y'all say that type of stuff because you invalidate so many different people's experience. I spoke, like I said, of hundreds of people, black women. I want everybody to win, literally. I want everybody to win. So race has absolutely nothing to do with narcissistic personality disorder unless that narcissistic person is racist. Then it comes into play. Then they may have some kind of racial component where they want to treat black women terribly, or they only treat white women terribly, or they only treat Indian or Hispanic women terribly, something like that. That's when race comes into play. That's when the racial component plays a factor into this. To me, that's how it goes. Because me personally, I'm a black man. My oldest son's mom is a black woman. My first girlfriend was a black woman. I've dated, like, literally French, Hispanic, Mexican, Puerto Rican, like, literally black, white. I don't discriminate. Whoever I have, I'm physically attracted to. You know what I mean? Personality means a lot to me. So my oldest son's mom is a black woman. The person, the narcissistic woman that I dealt with, she's a Puerto Rican woman. Toxic. She was toxic to me. You know what I mean? I was toxic to her. We had a toxic relationship. My current wife is a white woman. I think I say current wife, she's still my wife, not current. We're not getting divorced. Hey, baby, if you hear this, I love you. Don't divorce me. But literally, race has nothing to do with it, y'all. I promise it doesn't. I'm not saying that to undermine anybody's perspective. I want people to win. I'm a black man. When I feel like when people put down and say black women don't go through this, it's disparaging to black women, to the people of my community, to the people of smaller communities and things like that. When you say that, you invalidate so many people that don't. Okay, well, so what if a young girl hears that, a young black woman hears that or sees that, or it's like, okay, well, so black women don't go through this, so I guess it's just my husband is not a narcissist, my wife is not a narcissist. And this is not taking anything away from what, my wife is, like I said again, my wife is white. I know touching on the racial topic and the racial subject is a big thing, but I'm not trying to be disrespectful to anybody. Y'all have to know that's not my intent. I want people to win. You know what I mean? I know, especially mental health disorders and personality disorders and mental health issues in small marginalized communities are going to be bigger deals you need to deal with. Like me, myself, people like growing up in my community, I guess people would call me crazy. Like, but my craziness was used as it was weaponized. My little young narcissistic rage, I would get mad and fight people. I was good at fighting, throwing them bows like that. So, get back to the point, y'all. Sorry, y'all. This subject just bothers me so much because they make it seem like, just white women are the weakest minds to go after. Like the comment, you see the comment said, are white women easier to manipulate? That's what it just said. The comment said, are white women easier to manipulate? I said, no, white women are not easier to manipulate. Anybody that's looking for love is easy to manipulate. Anybody that's super vulnerable is easy to manipulate. Anybody that's going through a big transition in life is probably going to be easy to manipulate. Anybody whose very first relationship is with a narcissist is going to be easier to manipulate. If you are out here in the world dealing with a very, very manipulative, strong man or woman, you're going to be easier to manipulate. You're just going to have to deal with it. Sometimes you have to deal with it. Like I said, race is not like, this topic frustrates me so much, y'all. It just gets on my nerves. That's why, when I post these videos, I'm logging off for tonight. I have to, for my own mental health, because this stuff gets on my dang on nerves. I promise it does, y'all. Because it's like and I don't want anybody's because I know I just want anybody to make it seem like and plus just my narcissistic brain. I see it as a challenge. It's like people challenge me, like you can only pull white women. You couldn't get that over on a black woman. I got a baby by a black woman. I love her. That's my son's mom. I love her forever. Will we ever go back together? No. We have to raise a son together for the rest of our lives. And I want the best for him. And that means doing the best for her. So yes. She done remarried and everything. So we are living lives out here. Don't let the racial component play a factor in it. If you're a black woman watching this, be strong because you can deal with narcissistic abuse too. I know it's not everybody. Y'all. It's just those particular sector of people that come into my comment section. Oh, I knew she was white. I knew you had a white girl because nobody else would deal with that mess. Y'all narcissists only go for white women. Okay. All right. Keep that same energy when you deal with a narcissistic man and you don't believe that they go for black women. When you're dealing with it, don't go online to these support groups and say anything. Keep it to yourself because you didn't think it could happen to you. It can happen to anybody, anywhere, any age, any location. Be blessed. Take care of yourself. Be strong, y'all. I got to get off the subject. Peace.